For many students, the start of a new school day is dreaded. But at Southeast Raleigh Magnet High School, students are welcomed by something other than a ringing bell.
It's like a nice wake-up call instead of the annoying alarm in the morning.
All right, we ready?
Bright and early every morning. Teachers Mark Greenstreet, Mary Siahamis, and Curtis Lewis come together for one thing: to play.
It's better than a cup of coffee.
And get this, none of them actually even teach music.
We do it because we love it.
What started out as friends making music in their classroom eventually moved into the halls.
The acoustics in that great hall, love those, man.
And became a daily occurrence.
The music was beautiful.
As the trio play each day, hundreds walk past them. Some stop and listen. But most keep going. Regardless of the response, these teachers feel they are setting the right tone for the students.
It sends the right message as far as we get together and we do something positive first thing in the day.
The teachers tell me how difficult it is to be a student these days. Sometimes you just need music.
We're trying to make it better. We're trying to improve their psyche.
Going strong for the last 8 months, these teachers have no plans to stop the music anytime soon. In Raleigh, AJ Janavel for CBS, North Carolina. Two friends sit alone in a restaurant, catching up. But the thing is, just a day ago, these men were strangers.
We never met each other, but we were down there in the water yesterday working like we had known each other for years.
Early Monday morning, Scott Asbell and Dwight Braswell were driving their kids to school. That's when they saw a terrible accident.
You could hear the fear in his voice.
He's in the car. I can hear him. He's still alive.
Asbell told his son to wait in the car. He tells me when he saw the tires of a vehicle sticking out of the water, he knew he would be late to work.
And I said, son, I'm going to have to get wet.
I see him in a suit running down, going into the water.
Off-duty State Highway Trooper Dwight Braswell arrived on the scene just moments after Asbell. These two men live only about a mile from each other and who were driving their children to the same school, never met before, but were about to share a connection which will last a lifetime.
I remember him saying very distinctly, hey, I got you back. I'm here with you.
Asbell and Braswell pulled 20-year-old Jarrell Brooker from the water. He had hypothermia, Braswell says, but he would survive.
Over the years, I've seen a lot of wrecks like this that's played out with a different scenario.
These two heroes, who would never call themselves that word, say the reason they did this is simple. It's the right thing to do. And as parents, they hope someone would do the same for their children. In Johnson County, AJ Janavel for CBS, North Carolina. One of the first things you see when entering the town of Middlesex in Nash County is this intersection. A street many in town pass every day, and one, a lifelong resident says, will never be the same.
She said, I'll be right back. She said, ain't gonna be gone too long.
Mixed in with the leaves and the branches on this road is broken glass and plastic.
Just a few feet from home.
On Friday night, Marjorie Yates sat at home waiting for her 22-year-old granddaughter, Jasmine Hudson, and Hudson's boyfriend, 23-year-old Tremellis Stansel, to come home from their date. The couple's 2-month-old baby Noah also waited with his great-grandmother for his parents to come home. But instead of Hudson and Stansel, Yates tells me a state trooper knocked on her door.
And he came in, he said, you can't leave the house.
Less than a mile from Yates' front door, law enforcement says a speeding Mustang coming into town slammed into Hudson's car as she turned down Hale Street. Troopers say the impact threw Hudson from the car, killing her. Law enforcement says she did not have on a seatbelt. Stansel also died in the crash.
But anything I can do for them, I will do it. If it come down to me taking my life for them, I'll take my life for them.
Yates tells me she raised Hudson in this home since she was 2 months old. Now, nothing feels the same without her, and she's worried this house will never feel like home again.
All of a sudden, it just hit me. I just feel like I'm going away.
Nash County, AJ Janavel for CBS, North Carolina.